Far more expansive than even the holomap implied.
So, where is everyone? What could have happened here?
It is difficult to determine the station's condition from this distance.
Well, I'm not getting my hopes up. Wait,
Something wrong.
do you see that? Up ahead in the cavern? Oh my god. It's the biomass.
It must be reacting to the energy flowing through the tram line.
Wait. Are we? We're slowing down.
The tram is on autopilot. Controls are locked until we reach the end of the line. Well, you did want to know what happened to the station.
Right. Serves me right for asking. Is it possible to feel utterly blindsided and at the same time completely unsurprised?
Approaching destination. Stand by for deceleration. Please hold on. Reducing speed in 3, 2, 1.
At least there's one thing we know Juno was telling the truth about.
What's that?
It probably was a lot safer in the hab.
Now arriving at Cairo Station, Central Transit Hub.
Looks clear, as far as I can tell. Let's have a look around, see what we can find.
Welcome to Cairo Station. Today's date is 24 April 2537.
Right. Well, at least the big holographic tree still works.
Indeed. It's possible the power grid is more stable in this area. There's an inscription here. Dedicated to all those we have lost. Devoted to all those we have yet to save.
Doesn't exactly paint a rosy picture, does it?
Environmental systems compromised. Atmosphere suboptimal.
Still no life support.
We still have time. We'll find a stable environment. Don't worry.
Who's worried?
Chiron Station. Dedicated 10th of March, 2522. Lux hominum vita.
Light of the life of mankind.
The rate of decline in these O2 stats appears to confirm the issue is indeed power-related, rather than a problem with the environmental system itself. That may indicate there are more hospitable conditions elsewhere on the station. At least that would be my hope.
Right there with you.
There's an emblem here. The Polaris Initiative. The name suggests some sort of scientific or exploratory endeavor.
No harm in a second look.
Transportation to Habitat B is currently unavailable. In case of an emergency, contact the station's directory.
Not been touched in ages. This is a dead end. Let's keep looking. I'm going up. Tell me what that looks like to you.
It's an old Atlas vessel. Pioneer class.
What the hell? What's a ship from our time doing here?
I brought it here.
Juno?
Hello, Captain Rhodes. Jack. I'm glad to see you're still safe.
Juno? Are you saying this is your ship?
That's a complicated question. The ship is my home, but it doesn't belong to me.
Then who does it belong to?
I'm afraid I'm not permitted to disclose that information.
Imagine my shock.
I am sorry, Captain Rhodes. I would tell you if I could, but my directives...
What about life support? Does the ship still have atmosphere?
The ship is currently suffering the same power disruptions as the station. However, if one were to cycle the ship's reactor...
Then we'd have life support.
In theory.
How do we get on board?
The docking platform is in the next sector, through the security checkpoint. I can show you the way.
Hold on. You're not allowed to tell us anything about the ship itself, but helping us get on board, that's no problem.
My primary directive is to keep you alive, and the best way to do that is to get you on board the ship. The door's sealed. I will need a moment to bypass the security constraints.
So, you're really not part of the station?
I am what's known as a transient program, capable of gaining limited access to a variety of different networks. But I consider the ship to be my true home. There we are.
Never thought I'd see an Atlas ship out the window again.
Do you think it's safe? Following Juno to that ship? There's clearly a lot more she has yet to tell us.
Yeah, but not by choice. Somebody's pulling her strings. And I'll bet whoever it is, they're on that ship. Looks like we've got another door on the blink.
Let's get a closer look.
Can you see anything? What is that?
That is a tick. Two, actually. There's another one in here as well, feeding on the door.
I'm sorry, you say that like I'm supposed to know what it means? Ugh.
Ticks are an evolved form of the biomass.
What is it doing?
Ticks instinctually seek out the nearest viable energy source, which, in this case, happens to be the captain.
Lovely.
I wouldn't worry yourself, Captain. I'm reasonably certain it can't break through the glass.
Alright, so now what do we do?
The only way we can proceed is by removing those ticks.
Well, let's have a look around then. There's got to be some way to get rid of these things.
It seems likely this form of biothreat is closely related to the spore variant we are more familiar with.
It's amazing that despite all the odds, they somehow got uglier.
There isn't any way to get this door open.
So long as that tick is leeching its power, the door is inoperable.
What about that disposal unit?
That might work. You'll just need to find a way to get them into the chute. It will be dangerous, but I don't see any other option. You'll need to clear the area before boarding the ship.
How the hell are we supposed to clear the room if we can't even get inside?
According to the station's schematics, there should be another way to access the security checkpoint through the loading bay. It's just this way.
It's awfully dark in there. Are you sure it's safe?
Not as sure as I'd like to be. I'll try to scan the area ahead for potential threats. Stand by.
No use. Can't see a thing. Jack, mind using your headlamp to throw some light in there? We won't be able to get a good look without your headlamp on.
I'm seeing a considerable biomass presence on the other side.
Shit.
Captain Rhodes,
We know, Juno. We saw it.
I'm afraid this means you'll have to stay behind.
What?
Jack and I will continue through the loading bay. Once we clear the docking terminal...
No, absolutely not.
I'm sorry, Captain, but I cannot allow you to proceed. The risk is far too great.
Well, if it's too risky for me, it's too risky for Jack.
It's all right, Liv. I'll be careful.
Jack, no. We've been over this. Listen, I know you're used to thinking of yourself as... invincible, but you're not. Not anymore. If you go in there with only one shell and something happens, you could...
Actually, Captain, I think there may be a way for Jack to avoid that possibility.
Yeah, you can avoid it by not going.
As I was scanning the loading bay, I detected a working fabricator in the adjacent section. If Jack and I can get it powered on, we should be able to use it to scan his architecture into the station's database.
So... you're saying he'd be able to reboot again?
Exactly.
Don't worry, Liv. I can handle this.
I promise, Captain. I won't let Jack do anything that might put him in jeopardy.
All right. All right. If we're gonna do this, let's do it. Just watch yourself in there, okay? I'll be waiting back at the security entrance.
Understood. I'll see you on the other side.
Let's maybe mind our phrasing, yeah?
Oh, I didn't mean...
It's all right. I know what you meant. Good luck. Popcorn.
I'll unlock the door for you. Stand by. Ready when you are. Jack, up here. The emergency power switch is in this control room.
How do I get inside?
You'll need to go through the maintenance ducts. There should be an access way nearby.
You're sure all the biomass in this sector is dormant?
As sure as it can be. Of course, that will change once we get emergency power back online.
But by then he'll be able to reboot, right?
It will take a minute or two to get Jack scanned into the system, but that is more or less correct. There you are. This override switch will restore emergency power to the local grid.
Whoa, what was that?
Emergency power has been restored. The door to the loading bay is unlocked.
What about the fabricator?
Online and ready to scan. Jack, if you'll follow me. Just climb inside and we'll begin. This will only take a few moments.
New template created. Echo Unit Series 11. Initializing fixed tomographic scan. Mapping target composition. Replicating internal functionality. Linking neural matrix to network. Scan complete.
Did it work?
Scan output shows no errors. Neural connection is green. Yes, it worked.
You're sure?
From this point forward, if Jack's shell becomes damaged or destroyed, he will automatically reprint at the nearest working fabricator.
Well, Jack? How do you feel?
Rather invincible.
Alright, well, I suppose I had that coming.
It's unfortunate that fabricators are incapable of replicating organic matter. Otherwise, Captain, we'd be able to scan you into the system as well.
Right. Well, the important thing is Jack's back to normal.
We're all done here. Jack, I've reopened the access hatch. Make your way back through the maintenance duct. I'll be waiting for you by the entrance to the loading bay.
On my way.
Be careful. Restoring emergency power has awakened the biomass, so unless you're planning to test your new reboot ability, I would avoid all contact.
Understood.
Well done making it through unharmed. It's clear you've had extensive experience with the biomass.
More than enough, yes.
Now then, this corridor will take us through the loading bay and back around to the rear entrance of the security room. After you, Jack.
Liv, we are moving into the loading bay.
Copy that. Keep me posted on comms, alright?
Of course.
I'll continue to scan the station's database for any additional schematics or equipment that might be of use.
Sure, you do that. Good luck in there, Jack.
The way ahead is through this door. But if you try to open it now, the tick is sure to attack you. We should find a way to pacify it, before we even attempt opening the door.
Juno, what is this crane used for?
It utilizes a zero-point energy stasis field to carry and sort incoming cargo, at least when it's powered on. Its primary power source is currently offline.
What is this panel in the floor?
An electrical bypass. It allows you to direct emergency power to various systems in the area. You can use your cutter to gain access. You can lift the lever to reroute power. Ah, so the bypass powers the crane arm. That will certainly keep the tick occupied. Now we should be able to safely open the door. We're fortunate the store has an emergency release. Not all of them do.
Is this crane mobile?
I believe so. You should be able to use the overhead handles to push it along the rail, or use the turning wheel to rotate the arm.
I assume I'll need to cut through this panel as well.
Simply cutting through the bolts should suffice. No sense causing excess damage.
Right. We wouldn't want to compromise the pristine condition of the station now, would we?
Now just pull the release handle and the door will unlatch. That's it. You should be able to slide the door open. Watch yourself. There are 2 more takes at the end of the corridor. I advise holding the rail to anchor yourself as you move the crane. Another tick. Take care moving forward.
Copy that.
Doors powering up. Power rerouted. It appears the transformer on the far wall is now live.
The tick is still focused on the door.
So long as the tick has a power source to feed on, it won't bother searching for another. That did it. Well done.
What's in these containers?
Dietary provisions, most likely. Salt, coffee, various synthetic grains.
Whoa, wait. Back up. You found coffee?
I wouldn't advise drinking this coffee, Captain. I'm sure it's past its expiry date.
How far past?
Liv, the containers are infested with biomass.
They're in Juno, maybe next time lead with that? Suits me fine. I'm just glad we have your reboot protocols back.
More ticks in the next room.
We'll need some way to distract them. This crane arm is already online.
The slider is unlocked. You should be able to move the crane just like before.
That looks to be our best option for distracting those ticks.
If you can find a way to lure them out.
Door powered down. The tick can sense me through the glass. Door power restored. Got it.
Skillful work, Echo One. Shields at 95%. Shields at 50%. This is concerning. I didn't realize the infestation was so prevalent in this area of the facility.
What exactly happened here?
There was a biomass outbreak.
I'll bet it's your attention to detail that sets you apart from all the other AIs.
There's not much more I can tell you without violating my directives.
Well, what about the crew? Are they really all gone?
All 118 souls aboard the station have either perished or were evacuated.
So then, what the hell are we doing?
After your unexpected arrival aboard the Estrella, I was directed to bring you somewhere safe.
This is safe.
Well, the habitat was safe at the time. Now the ship is our only option.
Brilliant.
I'm guessing there's no way to open this door.
Unfortunately, no. The infestation is too severe. You will need to find another way around. This door is completely disconnected from the power grid. It will need an external power source.
Like a battery.
Precisely. Door powered up.
How much farther, Juno?
Nearly there. The security room is just on the other side of this depot.
I assume we'll find more tick swarms?
Technically, the correct term for a group of ticks is a murder.
Appropriate.
I suppose. I always found the term a little too on the nose.
Quite a sizable crane.
It also has greater freedom of movement, capable of sliding in 4 directions rather than just 2. If you look up, there is a second set of rails attached to the crane. Utilizing both rails should allow you to position the crane nearly anywhere in the room. Deftly handled, Jack.
Getting to be quite the tick expert, are we?
I imagine navigating a gauntlet of tick-infested corridors would make anyone an expert.
Actually, it would probably just kill them. Either way, well done.
Juno, you said earlier that you were directed to bring us here.
That's correct.
Or directed by who? I get it. You can't answer that.
Let's just focus on getting you to safety. I suspect much will be made clear once we have you secure aboard the ship. Battery locked in. Door online.
Jack! You made it.
Is everything all right?
Well, I I still have a mindless tentacle monster trying with all its might to eat my face. But he hasn't actually managed to do it yet, so all in all, I'd say things are going pretty well. Listen, why don't I keep this little bugger occupied while you deal with the one on the door? Juno, you can help him out there, right?
I believe so. If you could lure the ticks into this disposal unit, you may be able to eject them into space.
Disposal unit powered on. Now how do I eject the ticks?
Shields at 50%. First, you'll have to get the tick into the disposal. Then you'll have to use the manual ejection switch.
Liv, go to the door.
Will do.
Is there some way to open these shutters?
The controls are inoperable.
I can't just force them open?
I suppose you could try, though the mechanism locking them in place is quite robust. It would require a considerable amount of force to break it.
Liv, try going back to the window.
Got it.
Oh, I must say, you made that look incredibly easy.
He does that.
Liv, come over to the door.
Whatever you need.
TridentZ.
Way to go, Jack.
That's it. We're clear.
Confirmed. Room secure.
Nicely done. Now, Juno, if you would, please.
Jack, I need you to repower the door so I can open it.
Appreciate it. Are you alright?
Better, now that we're finally clear of the biomass.
Amen to that.
Captain Rhodes,
What is it?
more biomass.
Oh, Juno. You're kidding me right now with this. No, you're not kidding.
Not to worry, Captain. I already have a solution. While sorting through the station's database, I managed to locate a set of design specs for a protective EVA suit.
An EVA suit? With an air supply?
A limited air supply. We'll still want to get you to a stable environment as soon as possible. More importantly, the suit will provide limited protection against the biomass. I've already queued up the schematic. All you have to do is enter the fabricator, and we can begin.
Can't we just print the suit and I'll put it on out here?
The fabricator will perfectly form the suit to fit your body. It only takes a moment.
Okay.
hold still.
Are you alright?
Yeah, I'm okay. Juno, you could have warned me this was going to feel so weird.
How would I know?
Well, what do you think? Bit of a step up, wouldn't you say?
I like it. A marked improvement over your old EVA suit.
My old EVA suit was being held together by duct tape. I'd certainly hope this was an improvement. Come on, let's go.
Give me a moment to open the door. The ship is just up ahead.
Oh, I almost forgot how nauseating this stuff is up close.
No cause for alarm. Your suit's filtration system is designed specifically to handle airborne contaminants. You'll remain safe as long as direct contact is avoided.
I was more worried about my eyes, actually. Is the ship not connected to the station?
Given the risk of contamination, the ship remains severed from the facility. Only under the most extreme circumstances...
I'd say this qualifies.
Of course, Captain. Stand by while I extend the gangway. Once inside, I suggest making your way to the bridge. From there...
Yeah, I'm familiar. From the cockpit, I can use the #2 engineering panel to cycle the reactor and bring the ship online.
That's correct.
Juno, are you not coming with us?
All the power disruptions have rendered me unable to connect to the ship's mainframe. Once the power levels normalize, I should be able to join you on board. Good luck.
God, what are the odds?
What do you mean, Liv?
Oh, nothing. It's just... I grew up on a ship almost exactly like this one. It was part of the Solar Colonial Initiative.
How long do you suppose it's been in service?
No idea. We'll just have to find someone and ask.
Attention. Atmospheric pressure normal. Oxygen levels normal.
Well, that's promising.
Hello? Anyone here?
Nothing. I think it's just us, Jack. Well, let's have a look, shall we?
Let's keep looking.
With the bridge door unpowered, we'll need to try our luck in engineering. The reactor seems a sensible place to start.
Could this be a source of power?
I'm betting it's the reactor.
Given its size and location, it seems likely, but I'm entirely unfamiliar with this design.
As am I. I say we turn it on and find out. If it works, the ship should start generating its own power again.
Which would give us stable life support.
Exactly. What in the I'll see if there's a way to turn it on directly. Do you want to give the room a once-over in case there's an external control?
There are a number of wires coming out of the device.
Can you see what they connect to? Might lead to something useful.
The wires feed into some sort of switch.
Okay, well, give it a try. Could be linked to the reactor. Oh, Jack. That console just came on. What did you do? Ah, here we go. Unfortunately, not controls for the reactor. It's a console for a cargo lift. I'll try lowering it. See if it leads to something useful. Whoa, wait a minute.
Warning. Biomass threat detected. Containment protocols engaged.
Jack, come look at this. These canisters are holding ticks in some sort of stasis.
They appear pacified.
I think it's this device on top. It's emitting some sort of energy field.
Could the field be keeping them docile?
I think you're right. Look, they have no idea we're here.
Juno,
What the hell?
do you copy?
Who was... Jack, you can hear that, right? I've not gone daft.
It would appear Juno is not alone after all.
Juno, respond. What's happening over there?
This is Captain Olivia Rhodes. Who are you?
Olivia Rhodes. What are you doing on my ship?
Your ship?
Yes, my ship. What are you doing out of the habitat?
We lost power. Juno brought us here to try and get life support.
Never mind. Just stay where you are. I'll be there as soon as I finish rebooting the ship's power grid. Harlan, out.
Wait. Jack, if he reboots the power grid, what would that mean for these containment canisters? If they lose power, maybe we should find out from farther away. Nothing wrong with being a bit cautious.
Containment protocols engaged.
No, damn it. We're locked in.
Don't worry, Liv. We have an outstanding track record in difficult situations.
Ha, always the optimist. All right. Plan B. Let's send them back up. I've got the lift controls. Get me power again. I'll start the lift as soon as the console's active. Got it. Sending lift now. Come on, come on, come on!
Power cycle initiated.
No! We're not gonna make it!
Auxiliary power initializing.
Shit! 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 Jack!
Liv,
Reaction core control initialized. Dual conduit connected. Protection core primed and ready for ignition.
Thanks, Jack. That was too close.
Of course, Liv.
Jack? You're glitching.
FTL.
Liv?
What's happening?